question cookie then. Before we get into the questions, as I say every week, please remember to like and subscribe. And if it's an interactive round, so if you want to drop your questions into the comments section for me to ask Paul, please do so, and the best ones will be chosen and we'll put them in. So let's get straight into question 1. Paul, then, which opponent did you genuinely hate when playing against them?
Anybody that was quick, Dan. That was really quick. Being 6'5" and not as agile as any other halfback on the edge. Jason Robinson was always an issue. I was glad when he went to Rugby Union. He was a player that you knew what he was going to do, but he was just powerless to stop it. If you remember seeing the try in the first grand final, what he scores against Leeds, where he just skips across and goes between, I think it's Fleary and Jamie Matthew. For the Rhinos, that's typical Jason Robinson, and you know he's going to jump off both feet and step you one way or the other, and then you're just powerless to stop it. So he was always an issue, and anybody else that was quick, a fullback that was quick, Sam Tompkins was an issue. He was phenomenal when he burst on the scene in, I think about 2008 or 9, something around there. So the ones that was quickest frightened me the most defensively. Fullbacks particularly, or wingers that scooted across the line. Centres was less of an issue because I left that to my centre, or back rowers that hit good lines was an issue. Remember Simon Horton was an issue at Wigan. Lee Gilmore was very good at St Helens. So but Jason Robinson was probably the one that he was just powerless to stop what he was going to do.
A second part to that question then, was there, because obviously you were one of the spine strike players, you, Richard Horne, Briscoe, whoever else played in them positions, was there anyone from any team that used to target you and try and get under your skin, like a certain person that stands out that was a nightmare?
No, not really. I was quite. I was able to distinguish from a line where you could throw a banter back or bite back with it, and be able to still concentrate on the game. I guess for halfbacks it's, they're built a little bit differently. They've got to stay a bit calmer, and I don't think anybody really got under my skin, if I'm honest. A couple of cheap shots here and there where you end up fighting in games. They had a couple of set twos a couple of times in a couple of games, but nothing major. So no. The Jason Hooper was one that St Helens during the grand final season. He liked to talk a little bit. No, but I think everybody did. And generally what goes on the field stays on it with me. Yeah. So I wouldn't repeat what anybody said or I said to anybody else. So it's just. Yeah, I think I didn't ever feel like I was drifting away from what I had to do by speaking to people or them speaking to me. Yeah, and backing out, you never made contact with anybody either. There was none of that jumping around and and making contact with any of the opposition. Yeah. I think that would have been a big no-no back then. That would have got you clocked. It's as simple as that. Yeah. There wouldn't have been any questions asked if you'd have rubbed someone's head or you'd have jumped on top of them like they do nowadays. There'd have just been a straight all-in fight. It's as simple as that.
I miss them times.
Bring back the Biff if you like, with Reg Reagan down there, Matty Johns. So, it's a very different game now. It is what it is.
It is.
I think we've seen this week with Big Red at Canberra that it's...
we'll get into him.
You just can't do them things, and if you do, you're on the wrong side of Sticky Stewart.
You are. We'll move into the next one then. Which away ground had the most intimidating atmosphere when you were playing?
Salford was always tough. Salford was tough because before the game, the changing rooms are small and there was a sloping roof. Obviously, I used to stand at the tallest side, being 6'5". So. Yeah, there was a sloping roof there. That was always intimidating, the Willows. Castleford, on top of the old grounds. Yeah. But the best one was Headingley. I enjoyed playing at Headingley. We'd never won much there, but the South Stand and the way it was all around you, the cricket pitch next to it. I always enjoyed going to Headingley. The pitch was always wonderful as well. So
that team,
it was really good. The pitch, it was really good. The pitch for Leeds to run riot on.
It was that team obviously. was just a nightmare in how good it was in that the mid to late 2000s. I think it was something like 4 or 5 grand finals against Saints. Unbelievable. Which is one rule you would remove from rugby league in today's game?
I don't like the rule where we. I don't like the 6 again rule inside the 20. Where teams have a scrum and then they'll hold down on play 1 or they're offside on play 1 and they give a penalty away, and then the other team tap it and they'll hold down again on play 1 and they give a 6 again away. Yeah, I'd like to sin bin the team the player that does it, because ultimately it's just a way of bending the rules to a cheat. Where you're defending one more tackle by controlling the first ruck and getting your defence set. Yeah. So there's no material gain for the opposition for the attack when they get a 6 again inside the 20.
Well, we knew it was going to be manipulated, because sticking with the same rule, we also see if the attacking team feels aggrieved and they've just lost the ball, they will do the best to hold the defence down, so the referee has to stop the game and it'll be reviewed. And that's another loophole that they've found in it. And that should be the same again, a sin bin offence, because, although the official might have missed something, and it's a hard job officiating, as much as everyone jumps on the back, it's a hard job, and some things get missed. You shouldn't be able to find a loophole in that rule, hold them down and
well, listen, but one thing I will say, Dan, as a coach of a team, if you get a rule that gets put in place, you try and find a way to bend it to suit yourselves.
I understand.
It's as simple as that.
But then it's down to the officials and the governing body, the RFL or the NRL, to officiate that and to stamp it out. But I agree with you on that one. Name the one NRL player you wish you had the chance to play alongside during your career. Can be past or present.
Oh, geez, that's a tough question. That's a really tough question. I would love Gordon Tallis to play inside me defensively and outside of me in attack. But to play, listen, I played against Andrew Johns, but to play alongside him must have been special. To watch him, he was a special player when he came over in 2005. So probably Andrew Johns. Yeah,
it had to be, done it. The immortal, the best, the GOAT. Yeah. To round it off then, rate the following conversion kick takers in order.
Oh, jeez.
Lee Briers, Paul Deacon, Sean Long, Paul Cooke.
Oh, Paul Cooke 4. Paul Cooke 4.
Don't undersell yourself like that.
No, but Cooke 4. But Breezy 3. Long. You said Long, didn't you? Long 3. Because Long didn't kick when Lyon was over, did he? So Lyon was the main kicker. So Long 3.
You got Briers and Deacon remaining.
Yeah, Briers 2, Deacon. Deacon was dead-eye. Deacon was really dead-eye. He didn't miss too many Deeks. I was behind Bruffy's. Well, when Bruffy came in, I gave up the kicking with Danny Brough. If you watch the cup final, he kicks 3 off the sideline and we win by a point and 1 from under the sticks. So, Bruffy took over from me. Lyon took over from Long. Breezy kicked for a long time at Warrington. And Deacon was the main kicker at Bradford for all of his career, I believe.
Yeah. So, your final order, Paul Cooke 4, Sean Long 3.
Yeah.
Lee Briers 2, Paul Deacon 1. Yeah. I thought it would have been unfair to put Sir Kevin Sinfield in there because he was...
He'd pissed it.
Yeah, the best. So we'll leave that out. Well, that ends it for this week's Question Cookie. As I said earlier, please subscribe and also drop your comments in for any questions you want me to ask Paul next week. It's now time for the NRL news. If you enjoyed this segment, the full 90-minute podcast with all 5 segments is linked below, where we discuss the latest Super League and NRL news and results, plus the bonus segment of Question Cookie each week. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell icon to be notified of all future content uploaded by NRL Insight UK. Thank you for your continued support, and see you on the next one.